Good morning everyone, it's Scott Weddle here again. So, for the good morning actually, I'm quite pumped up and energetic now because I just sat down to do my morning journaling and actually got lost in it for an hour and a half. God knows what happened at that time, but I created some pretty good shit. And I'm feeling it on fire and ready to go. Yeah, so, and it got me really thinking about at the end and this writing, and I ended up writing a good blog post for you, so I'm just going to speak about that right now. And that's about just being you, and I'm talking about being the real authentic you that's inside your higher self, your soul, your energy, whatever resonates with you. People call it God, universe, whatever resonates with you. Doesn't matter what you call it, doesn't matter what you say about it, it's there. You don't need to understand it as well, it's just there. And everyone's got it. It's like, it's there. You can't deny it, alright? So, the only reason you feel like shit is if you're showing up differently from what's going on inside. So, putting a mask on, and I can relate to this so much because I've done it for bloody years, and it wasn't until I just bucked up the courage and took that mask off and decided to throw it in the bin that things started happening. Like, yeah, it was hard. Yeah, I had to go through pain, emotions, etc., etc. But as you can see, no pain, no gain. Simple as that. If you're not willing to go through that place, you'll never be stronger. You'll never know what it feels like to be down there, to go up there. Yeah? So, becoming yourself and being your true and real authentic self. And I'm not talking about the conditioned you or the egoistic you. A lot of people just don't see it, and that's why I do these videos. That's why I try and drum it into you, because yeah, you might be thinking that you're being yourself right now from your ego point of view, like, and it's all just conditioned. Everything in your life's just conditioned. Society's got you in the net. I'm sorry to say it, but society's got you in the net, and they're going to keep you there unless you cut it open and just fall out and realise who you truly are. Do you know who you are? Do you want to know who you are? Because it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage to step out there and find out who you really are. It takes a lot of courage to step away from people that are not serving you. It takes a lot of courage to do what you really want to do in life. It does take a lot of courage, but you know what? You've got that courage in there. I believe you've got that courage in there, because I didn't have the courage in there to start with. Did not have it. I was too scared to step out my comfort zone. I was too scared to express my true words with the world, express my true me, and like just show up differently. Like when I was in a relationship, I would just show up differently and just try and please people, etc. And just it was just horrible, because I was going home and basically crying inside because I didn't know, like, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know at the time, and I was in denial, and it was horrible, absolutely horrible. And I know there's a lot of people going through that right now, and that's why I do these videos. Even if you're not coming across like there's nothing going on inside. Like if somebody asked me back in the day if there was something going on inside of me, they would probably say, no, you're fine outside. You're putting on a good face. You're happy. You're smiling. It came across that way. So even if you think that you are being who you truly are, I challenge you to question that assumption you're making, because you never know what could be underlying beneath all this condition until you start peeling back the layers of the onion. Peel them back, peel them back, peel them back. So, like, there's been plenty times in my life where I've came across like a book or something, and I've actually sat down and said to myself, oh, I don't need to do that. And then I've been like, oh, whoa, stop. I don't need to do that. I don't think so. Like, just read it and do what the book's telling you to do, or whatever. We always think, and sometimes today I will sit down and do something and I'll think to myself, I don't need to do that, and I'll just be like, stop, Scott. That is a wrong way to think. There's always something that you can get out of something, whether it's a book, whether it's speaking to someone or whatever. well, I don't need to go and do that. That's just, if you listen to that, you're in denial. We all have that little bit inside of us that will come back and try and bite us, but it's whether it's how we interpretate that and how we look at that that matters. Like, you just look at it from a different perspective, like it's nothing. Like, and when you do look at it from a different perspective and you do that on a consistent basis, it comes up every now and then, but not a lot. A lot of the time you will feel good. And it took me a long time, because when I started going through change, it took me a long time to actually accept that feeling good was actually okay. And this morning when I put a post up on Facebook, when I was sitting down the stairs, it was the first time it came up in a while, and I woke up this morning feeling pretty good, and I was like, I feel good. Just sat downstairs, and then I was committed to doing my morning journaling. So I was sort of going through my mind, what am I going to write, what am I going to write about, and I felt myself actually going towards trying to find if there was any negative stuff I had to write out and release. So I actually was thinking to myself, like, right, what's going on inside that's negative that I need to release, like, what's going on? And I was like, I can't really find anything, but I'm just going to keep searching. And then I stopped myself and I was like, you keep doing that, you're going to find it, you're going to create it. Alright? So feeling good is when you're aligned with who you truly are, and when you're being who you truly are. So if you say something and you feel like a negative emotion after it, you don't truly want to fucking say that. Sorry, but you don't. Or if you do something and you feel a negative emotion, you don't want to be doing that. It's like, I used to catch myself all the time saying something to someone and then being like, oh, I feel pretty negative. And I was like, oh, it's just a feedback that I don't want to be doing that, so next time I won't do that. But don't beat yourself up about it. Just realise that it's feedback and that you're not being who you truly are inside. You're not aligned with who you truly are inside. No matter what anyone says, the only way you feel like shit is when you're not truly aligned with the energy inside of you. So you're not being who you truly are. Your higher self, inner being, soul, whatever, has evolved and become what you want to become, believe it or not. So every day, you send out new thoughts, new desires, and you're like, oh, I wish I could do that, or I want to be that, or oh, we could do that. That's sending out stuff. Like, oh, I want to have a new relationship, or I want to start a business, or I want to become a better person, or I want to be more kind, or I want to be more loving. All these desires come out of you unconsciously or consciously, whether you want to believe it or not. And your higher self, inner being, soul will align with that. They'll recognise that and they'll become that. And then if you do not keep up with that inside of you, that's when you feel like shit. That's when you'll sit there and you'll feel angry, frustrated, despair, depressed, all these negative emotions when you're not allowing yourself to do what you truly want to do. And you know what? It's you that gets to choose. You can hold yourself back and stay in your little comfort bubble, or it's an imaginary comfort bubble that you've created for yourself, or you can step up to the plate and do something that feels a bit uncomfortable to start with, to just hear that, to start with it feels uncomfortable, then it'll just become normal. So the first step is always the hardest one, right? So when you take the first step, you feel uncomfortable, you're like, shit, this is new, whoa. Then once you've done it, it's like, wow, like that's so, what was I worried about? So what do you need to, like, what do you want to become? What have you became inside that you're not allowing yourself to be? Do you want to be more loving, more kind? Do you want to start your own business? Do you want to grow your business? Do you want to just be the best version of you? What is it that you want? Do you want a new job? Do you want to eat healthier? Do you want to feel healthier? Do you want to be happier? What is it that you've became inside and you're just not allowing yourself to become because of your conditioned from the past? And your conditioning from the past is just energy that you're bringing with you. When we realise that everything is just energy, it's so simple just to fix it. Because when we fix it, the energy releases and we don't feel like that anymore. So we need to work at an energetic level too. Yeah, words are energy, we're energy, everything's energy that you see with your eyes. Everything's moving, everything's in motion. The universe is always moving. It's like if you look up at the moon and you close your eyes for an hour, when you open your eyes, the moon won't be there because it moves. Because the world's moving. Yeah, so everything moves, the universe moves, we're always moving. You've moved so much, you've moved a hell of a lot since the time I've been shooting this video. So everything moves, whether it looks like it's standing still or not, it's not. It's an illusion. Alright? So I'll leave you with that question is, who have you become inside that you're not allowing yourself to become? And you're feeling like shit and you're putting on this mask every day to hide it. Think about it, let it sink into your consciousness and just see what comes up. Because when something comes up, listen to it. And remember, no matter where you are in life right now, you can get to where you want to be with the right mindset and correct aligned action, aligned with who you truly are inside. And remember guys, I've got my 8-week intensive program starting next week, so if you want to be on that and you really want to work at an energetic level and removing all these roadblocks, subconscious roadblocks, emotional roadblocks that are holding you back in life from moving forward and evolving to who you've already become, then shoot me a message, act quick because it's starting next week and we need to fill up the rest of the spaces. Alright, speak to you again soon and have a brilliant day.